I'm Jay from the Kubz. Welcome back to another episode of Reacting to these scary story animations. I got 3 good ones for y'all in today's episode, but before we begin, I just want to say something. In the first video, I kind of tried to do like this ASMR thing because I started off the video a little bit differently, and a lot of people were telling me in the last video that they kind of want to see me do like an ASMR episode. I did it for like the first couple minutes, and then I just went back to doing my normal, like high-pitched, nasally, annoying voice. So, if you guys are wondering why I did that, that's why. If you guys cool with that, you down with that? Everybody get ready and buckle up, because here we go!
Ooh, doesn't this look good? Oh, it got on my shirt. Ah!
What the hell?
Oh my gosh, I'm out of food! And it's your fault! Ooh, look at this though. That's tasty. And I know all you trolls come to my channel and tell me to eat healthy food, but then if I eat healthy food, no one watches the video. I'm just gonna do what I've always done, and I'm gonna eat these spicy tacos.
Fucking love Takis.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow to
I would
eat more
suck the
Taco
Takis
Bell
out of
and
somebody's
Takis.
butthole. I would suck the Takis out of this guy's butthole.
We need to retake this photo.
Wait, which one?
The one where we went to Florida a couple years back. It was such a nice time.
What?
Did we ever get more cheese at the store? I need it for a video. Gonna try and record 2 more today.
Was that painting made out
If I
of
keep
butter?
uploading at this rate, we'll be able to get
Or am
that
I just
house we were looking
overthinking
at.
shit?
Who knows? Maybe we can even get matching G-Wagons.
Matching G-Wagons.
Oh, No. What is happening?
How does Meat Canyon think of all this shit? Honestly.
Don't touch me! No!
What the fuck? Dude even got tits on his back? If there was an anime about this guy, I would definitely watch it. Like he gets his superpowers from eating. He's just eating the slop, bro. My man's really eating the slop. What? Okay, maybe I have to be familiar with this guy, but I'm not, so I have no idea what the fuck just happened. That was amazing, but I have no idea what the fuck just happened. Wait, the guy actually reacted to this video? Nico Vacado, what the fuck is his name?
Where's my respect for my weight and my health journey, even though my weight is a medical mystery? And you're gonna blame it on the food. This has nothing to do with the food.
Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you all. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't watch food eating videos. He's actually a really entertaining guy, but damn, that's a lot of fucking McDonald's. Like I ate 4 oily ass pieces of Popeye's chicken earlier, and I'm gonna feel that grease in my butthole later. Like imagine this shit. Yeah, a lot of people are just worried about his health. A lot of people don't want him to get his health messed up. That's good. That's good. That's what I like to see. Yeah, did he really take care of his health? I mean, I don't know. Like a lot of people want to see him do shit like that, and that's sad because like content shouldn't be on top of your health. That's just me being 100%. This is not for like This is not me trying to make a joke or anything, because this shit is not a joke. From one content creator to another, you're probably never gonna see this, but like nothing should be in the way of your health. Like you don't want to get sick. You really don't want to get sick, because once you get sick, there's no just like, oh, I was just kidding, you know, like I was just eating for entertainment purposes. Your body doesn't give a fuck about that. Your body is just like, okay, you messed me up this bad. Now these are the consequences. So you got to look after yourself. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have said that already, but yeah, just really prioritize your health over anything else. I'm feeling blessed right now because we just went from the legendary Meat Canyon to the legendary Llama Arts. This is a true Tinder date horror story. I've personally never used Tinder. Don't ever plan on using Tinder. But let's see what happened to this person who did use Tinder.
It's been nearly 2 years since my girlfriend broke up with me, and I was very chewed up about it on the inside. I've called her several times, but it always went to voicemail.
Ooh, bro, just focus on yourself. If it goes straight to voicemail, just focus on yourself, all right?
As the weeks went by, I became
She's
very
getting clapped
devastated
from the back right now. I can hear it.
I'd never find love again.
I can hear it right now.
My brother told me to
His
just
ex
forget
getting
about
clapped
my
like-
ex-girlfriend, and that it was time for me
You know,
to move
like somebody
on.
did a performance that was so great that...
He introduced me to this app called Tinder, which he said was great for online dating.
Acting like he don't know what Tinder
I
is.
was very familiar with online dating,
Stop
but
playing.
never actually done any of it, because there was no way that I even felt like hooking up with some random person I met online. But I figured it couldn't hurt to try it out, so I decided to give it a shot.
You know, I heard that Tinder is not even for love. I heard that Tinder is just a clap app, meaning like you just go on there to hook up. You're not there to find anybody that matches your personality. So for a guy that just broke up with his girl, you know, maybe Tinder's good for him, but if he's thinking that it's gonna be a different way, then I can see why this turned into a horror story.
After I finished setting up my account and was done creating my profile, I just started randomly liking a few of the girls that I thought were pretty.
Note to self: copyright clap app.
I'm not picky. I just wanted to make sure that I found the right girl for me.
Yeah.
A few weeks later, I
Got
had
to.
already received my first match on Tinder.
Oh,
Her
camera
name
dead.
was Robin. She had blue hair, freckles, and beautiful amethyst purple lips. According to her profile, she had the same interest in the stuff I was into, and was even around the same age as me.
I'm into those things.
Even better, she lived in the same town
Anime,
as
video
me.
games, and dogs.
By the way, I live in Memphis, Tennessee. We started having a friendly group chat on Tinder, which was going well. Her message said, "You may not know me, but we went to the same high school."
You guys smell that? I didn't think I would smell that this soon in the video, but it smells like... It has this, like, unwiped butthole. It smells like that bullshit!
I replied, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah, I was always the quiet one at the back of class. Anyways, I think you're really cute. We should hang out sometime."
Yeah,
I agreed and asked her to where she wanted to hang out, where to meet her, and what time I should be there. She said we'd hang out at her place and meet her at the park tomorrow night at around 9 p.m.
What do you get when you mix a cat and a fish? This girl.
I got to the park that night at around 9 p.m. sharp. I didn't call her because I didn't want to sound too desperate.
Bro gives off serial
passed,
killer
and I
vibes.
finally decided
I
to
said
call
serial
her to no
killer.
response. I also tried texting her to no
Serial
avail
killer.
as well. It was around 9:30 p.m. There was still no sign of her, and I was beginning to grow impatient. I was starting to think that maybe she wasn't going to show up at all.
If I'm gonna go out to a random park in the middle of buttfuck nowhere and I know there's nobody walking around, I gotta stay strapped. Like, I gotta keep at least a 9mm in the waistband. You know?
I
I'm already
sighed and
keeping a
said,
9mm
"I knew
in
this
between
was
the
too good to be
jeans.
true.
I gotta keep one
She's
strapped
not
in the
even
back.
here yet. Screw it. I'm going home. I can't believe I came out here this late for nothing. Oh well, so much for online dating. I was about to start my walk home when suddenly I saw a black convertible pull up to my location. The car stopped right in front of me, and the window rolled down, revealing a creepy-looking old man who was probably in his mid-30s.
Creepy old man in his mid-30s. Boy, I'm in my 30s now. Hey, you calling me a creepy old man? I gotta make sure he said creepy old man in his mid-30s. I just gotta hear it.
And the window rolled down, revealing a creepy-looking old man who was probably in his mid-30s.
Creepy-looking old man who was probably in his mid-30s. It's
And
crazy.
You going somewhere, kid? I responded, yeah, I'm just headed home. He asked me why I was out there this late, and told him that I was supposed to meet someone, but it seemed like she wasn't going to show up. He said, "Oh, you must be waiting for my daughter." The man, by the name of Jeff, introduced himself to me as Robin's father, and said that Robin has told him a lot about me. He told me that Robin couldn't meet me at the park because she remembered that was the night she had to go to a slumber party with her friends.
Come on, kid, you're gonna get outsmarted by some creepy old man in his mid-30s? Like, what is wrong with you?
forgot
There
to
is
cancel.
no Robin.
He told me she wouldn't be home till 11 o'clock, and that's when I knew my night was a bust. He apologized and offered to give me a ride home. I knew it was going to take too long for me to walk, so I accepted.
It's gonna take too long for you to walk, so run.
It was going to be
Run,
a long
my guy.
drive, but luckily I knew all the shortcuts
What's
to
wrong
my
with you?
house. I told him where I lived and how to get there as I got into the car.
Hey, if he dies, he dies. I do not care anymore.
After a few minutes, I was feeling tired from being out so late, so I closed my eyes for just a few short seconds and dozed off.
Of course he
Not
did.
long afterward, I awoke. Feeling a little drowsy, I rubbed my eyes and realized that I was still in the car. I asked the man where we were, as this wasn't the usual route to my house. He said, "Relax, kid, this is a shortcut."
The words, "this is a shortcut," is actually short for, "I'm probably gonna kill you tonight."
I asked where we were going, and then he looked at me with some sinister grin on his face and just chuckled. I felt my heart almost explode out of my chest as he did that. I looked down and saw a handgun sticking out of his jacket pocket. I put two and two together and realized what was happening. I told him, "Let me out now!" He responded, "No." Then,
I know,
he
he's
put
like,
his
"What are you
foot
gonna
on
do,
the
little
accelerator,
bitch?"
speeding up the car. I tried to get out, but he had already put the child lock on. It seemed hopeless. I was trapped. There was no way out. To make matters worse, we were driving through a forest area with no cell service. I couldn't even call for help. But I just had to get out. As soon as the car started to slow down, I stabbed him in his shoulder with a pocket knife that I found on the floor.
I was gonna say,
He screamed
where'd you
in
find
pain as I was able to turn off the child lock, unlock the door, and run as fast as I could into the woods. While I was running, I could hear multiple gunshots being fired at me.
That guy
but
got
luckily,
dog shit
not a
aim.
single one hit me. I never looked back because I had the fear of the man chasing me at the back of my mind. I dove behind a tree and hid under a bush. I heard the man yelling,
You can't hide from me! I will find you!
I covered my mouth with my hands and held my breath, trying not to make a sound. Everything was silent for a while,
Even your
until I
farts?
saw the man was looking for me with a flashlight.
Bro got on
He
flashlights
flashed it
and
past
some
me
designer
multiple
green
times.
boots.
When I heard his footsteps going deeper into the woods, that's when I knew the coast was clear. I ran, using the flashlight on my phone to help navigate me through the dark and scary woods. In hindsight, I knew that was a stupid move considering the situation. I could hear the leaves crunching and the twigs snapping as I ran, which would also easily give away my position. When the crunching and snapping got louder, I looked behind me and my heart dropped when I saw that the man was chasing me.
Oh shit.
I ran as fast as I could with the man hot on my tail, firing every single last
This
live
guy's
round he
aim
had in
sucks
his
so
gun.
bad.
But thankfully, the
Stevie
shots
Wonder
missed
would have hit
again.
on one of those shots.
There's nowhere for you to hide!
He
Bro,
said.
running and
I
gunning.
thought I was going to die till I heard the man trip over something, and I was able to get away
He
unharmed.
tripped over a convenient plot
I
twig.
kept running until I was out of the woods and back onto the road. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be seen, which means I lost him.
That road
I
curvier than
sighed
this
in
kid's mom.
relief, And then
You
I
guys saw
saw
that?
a red car
She got that
driving
Euro
down the
curve.
road. I was able to wave it down and told
It's
the
him
driver
again,
that I
bro.
was kidnapped and almost killed by some crazy man in the woods. It took a lot of begging, but the driver finally gave me a ride to the police station. and I told the cops everything. Unfortunately, I didn't get the man's tag number, but I gave the police a clear description. After the police had run a search, they told me that he didn't even have a daughter, and that they've been trying to catch this guy for months. As it turns out, he's wanted in several countries for the kidnappings of multiple teenagers and young men. How I managed to escape him is a miracle. The officers kindly gave me a ride home, and I didn't tell anyone what happened except my brother. The man was never found.
Well, they better find him soon because I don't think he has that many years left with him being in his mid-30s. I mean, he's practically in his grave.
Or was he ever
Shit.
caught? And they say he's still out there.
He's on his
even to
last
this
legs.
day.
Mid-30s?
Scares me the most.
40s, you're...
What's
You
even
know, you're
worse
kaput.
is that I
You're done.
stupidly gave him my address. So who knows if he might try to kidnap me again. Needless to say, my days of using Tinder weren't over after that. The whole incident just made me a lot more cautious from there on out.
You should have been cautious from the get-go. Like, what is wrong with this guy? I mean, if this was true, I'm glad that nothing happened to this guy. But when you're online, especially when you're going to meet up with somebody, like you start off online and then you're going to potentially meet up with somebody, always be cautious, everybody. No matter what. Come on. Just be smart. You don't need your old pal Jay to be telling you to be cautious online. That should be Internet 101. You know, don't give out personal info. Never give anybody your password, your social security, where you live, all that stuff. Like, just be smart, okay? Just be smart. Don't trust anybody online. Not even somebody pretending to be me. If it's somebody like me and I'm like, hey, you know, what's your phone number? What's your address? What's your social security number? And I say that I'm me, don't believe that because that's 100% not me. Next video of today's episode is a best friend horror story. I don't know how a best friend can turn into a horror story, but we're about to figure that out right now. The person that created this is my guy Mort, so let me and let's do this. But we all know that I never so, but let's do this anyway.
I was 15 years old and had at the time started a new school.
Okay.
I was there for about 2 weeks and I had yet to make any friends. There was another new student that started. His name was Caleb. He was a bit socially awkward, but we started talking, hanging out together, and soon became friends. We both had something in common in being the new kids at school.
You guys are both
I hung
little
out with
bitches.
Caleb at school a few times during the weekends. The more time I spent with this dude, Caleb, the more uncomfortable I became around him. He would always speak about strange or depressing topics. He would ask me things like how I will kill somebody and get away with it.
If somebody starts telling me weird shit right off the get-go, I'm just doing like my social distancing right away, 100 feet apart.
Every weird question he asked me, he would then tell me in great length and detail what he would do in that situation.
And then this motherfucker just pulls out a knife like that? That's a red flag, my guy. That's a dark red flag, my guy.
It was like he thought about this stuff all the time.
Bro got a knife to just demonstrate his killing stories. That's not a red flag to you?
One weekend, I went to Caleb's
Come
house
on!
for a sleepover. When I arrived at Caleb's house, he was home alone. Caleb never spoke
Probably
about
killed his parents
mom.
already.
He told me that his dad was always working late, and he wouldn't see him until the morning time.
Working on this knife
We
in his
ordered
throat.
pizza,
Know what I
played
mean?
video games, and watched movies until late at night. I remember looking at the time and I saw it was 2:40 a.m. I said I was tired and I told Caleb I wanted to go to sleep.
What's
So
he
I
gonna
went
sleep on a bed of
downstairs
spikes?
because I would be sleeping on a fold-out couch and Caleb would be sleeping in his room. It took some time for me to fall asleep because Caleb kept me awake by walking around upstairs and switching the lights on and off. I remember having an
That
awful dream
Caleb.
that I was drowning and I felt like I was about to die. I woke up in a panic and Caleb had his hands around my throat. He was shaking me. I sat up coughing and struggling to breathe. After I sat up, Caleb asked if I was all right and told me that he came downstairs to get a glass of water and saw it looked like I was having a nightmare, so he shook me to wake me up. I told Caleb I was fine and I thanked him for waking me up.
You know what? I gotta say something about this story. They didn't sleep in the same room together. I've had a couple sleepovers with the homies, and we all slept in the same bed. Like, we all cuddled and kissed each other goodnight. Like, nobody does that? Like, that's not a thing?
Caleb went back upstairs. I was a bit shook up from what just happened, so
Like, it's not a real
I didn't
sleepover.
fall
You're not
asleep
kissing the
right
homies
away.
goodnight.
I eventually
The fuck?
calmed down and managed to get back to sleep after about an hour. When I woke up in the morning, I saw Caleb sitting on the couch on the other side of the room, staring at me. He said I should leave because his dad would be home soon. It was an odd way to end our sleepover. I remember thinking to myself. I thought about if Caleb's dad even knew I was even staying over.
Nope.
Either way, I didn't feel welcomed anymore.
It's a secret
so I did what
sleepover.
Caleb said and I left to go home. About 2 days later, someone on Facebook messaged me saying that they saw that I was friends with Caleb, and they told me that Caleb used to go to their school. He didn't warn me to stay away from him. He said Caleb was accused of killing another student at a sleepover, and the case went to court. Caleb was found not guilty due to a lack of motive and evidence, but the school Caleb was at didn't want him there anymore. I wasn't sure if I believed what that random person had told me about Caleb, but I did think about the recent sleepover I had. I thought about if Caleb really was trying to wake me up from a nightmare, or was he trying to kill me in my sleep? Caleb did make me feel uncomfortable at times.
Evil!
After being told he was accused of killing another student, it kinda made me afraid of him. I decided not to spend so much time with Caleb after that, and only hung out with him in school. About 2 months later, he moved away, and I eventually lost contact with him, until a few years later. I saw something on Facebook about a murder in another town. I saw Caleb's picture and I read about what happened. Caleb managed to get a girlfriend, and one day he went to her house to spend time with her while she was babysitting her brother. While Caleb was there, his girlfriend fell asleep as he played video games with her younger brother. She woke up to a woman screaming. That woman was her mother. Caleb's girlfriend went downstairs, saw her mother on her knees screaming.
What is up with that
She then
audio?
looked over at the game area where her brother and Caleb were. At
Oh,
least she thought they
shit!
were there. What she saw was horrifying. Her brother was laying on his back. Blood was everywhere. But that wasn't the worst of it. His head was missing and Caleb wasn't anywhere to be found.
Bro!
They immediately called the
I got
cops, and
chills!
Caleb was actually caught roaming the streets with blood all over him, including his
Did he eat
mouth.
the head?
Caleb confessed to killing the little boy, but he also confessed to eating parts of him.
I mean, I could tell that relationship was heading nowhere the moment I saw it, but damn!
One thing that they never found was his head. Caleb doesn't remember.
And yeah, that was a dad joke. I apologize.
Well, at least that's what he told the police.
Bro. Bro, literally, bro. That's her bro. Bro, what the? Bro, I can't. Best friends though, man. Where's he heading off to? You know what I mean?